show, bring us
Dun, dun,
together.
dun.
Show.
We're back.
Yes. Welcome to the Canadian Bro Show. Yet another fabulous episode. Episode 33, Week 3, all basketball from the Hoopjunkies, Pauly and Rowley. I'm telling you, we're crazy Canadian hoopsters. We've got some really good content. We're going to get into it today. Welcome to the Canadian Bro Show. My name is Paul. And the handsome chap to my left and your right, that always looks like he's coming from the Bahamas, is none other than Mr. Trent Rowley from the depths of St. Paul, Alberta. Welcome.
Yeah. First snow today. It's definitely the depths.
Oh, that's always a sign, eh? It's dumping all around Kelowna right now. Big White, Silver Star, Coquihalla Highway, Sun Peaks, Apex. Boom. It's time.
No.
It's that time of year.
Puppy loved it. First snow. Pretty funny.
Oh, was that really? How did the puppy react?
He was an idiot. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, he's a little kid. Trent's got this beautiful little dog. I'll let him talk about it. His name is Roscoe. He's awesome. But welcome to. I'm going to turn our regular urban groove music. It's a little less abrasive and less Brit poppy. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I just wanted to share it because I'm really proud of my old teammate Chris Wright creating that for me and two others.
Oh, nice.
Now we're on to the urban groove. All right, so we're back. And Trent, we in our pre-show, we're talking about what we're going to talk about today. And Trent and I always like to talk about all basketball from the Hoopjunkies, Pauly and Rowley, because that's what we do. And one of the things we both really enjoy, and Trent really sort of helped me get into it a lot more than I was, and I'm a hardcore hoop junkie, anyone that knows me, is the Wnba and the madness that just unfolded in the last 6 to 8 months was absolutely jaw-dropping. I was like, are you kidding me? This is like what's going on in the politics down south, but worse.
Hey.
I've never seen anything like it in sports, especially female sports, and it's madness. But Trent is a specialist with the Wnba, and Trent and I both coached female basketball. We love female basketball. It's some of the best basketball in the world. Coaching them is one of the most extraordinary experiences of my life, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. But I like coaching everyone because I'm a hoop junkie. But Trent, tell us what's going on. Interestingly enough, we talked about this in last season. This is our second season of the Hoopjunkies with Pauly and Rowley, and this is week 3, episode 33 of our show. Last season, I think we did 29 shows, 30 maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, and so Toronto just got a new team called the Toronto Tempo. I kind of like the name. The logo is a bit retro. It'll grow on me, I guess. I don't have much of a choice. But you've got some information. You want to talk about, open up with a little bit of the...
They hired their coach. So,
fantastic. Who did they scoop up?
Andy Barondello. So she just finished winning a championship, the first championship for the New York Liberty.
That's right.
Years ago.
Yeah.
So
Why'd they let her go then?
believe,
Isn't that funny? You get a championship and then you're fired.
Well, it's the next year after that when they didn't play as great, I guess. But
yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, she was there for 4 years, and let's be honest, unless you're Chuck Daly or Phil Jackson or, whoever else is out there, guys like Greg Popovich, unless you're those guys, Pat Riley, Spoelstra,
Spo.
I mean, the average life of a coach is 3 to 5 years. It doesn't matter if they win.
If you're lucky.
If they win a championship. So she wins a championship, and then they didn't have a great year. They didn't have a bad year this year, but they didn't have a great year. But I think it's a win for Toronto.
Yes.
She's going to come in. She's already said in the interview, she goes, I think it's exciting. I don't like that she kind of, there was other opportunities, but I chose this one. Well, hey, F you. Be happy you got this one. Like, we know you're a big deal.
Trent, there's a fine line in perception between confidence and arrogance, eh?
Yeah. So, but at the same time, she goes, I'm excited because I get to start right from scratch. I get to build the team, the management team. I get to build the culture. I get to start that here. And it's not just Toronto. It's the only team in Canada. So it's getting support from all of Canada. I think the States saw that, how I believe at one point of Game 7 of the World Series last week, there was half of Canada watching the game at one time.
Geez, I wonder why.
That tells you that we're going to support a team. So if this team becomes good, it's gonna be supported. It's gonna have support. Look at what the country was like when the Raptors made it to the finals and won. Right? I mean,
and
the numbers.
Nobody thought that would happen.
Basketball's super popular in Canada. People don't realize it. So.
Well, basketball is the fastest growing sport in the world. That's
so
obvious.
She just won a title. She's also lots of people don't realize she's also the national coach for I think they're called the Opals now, the Australian women's
That's
national
correct.
team.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So she's just on her. What I've seen in the one story I looked at, she's just on her way back to Australia in a bit as they prep for FIBA's Women's World Cup in Germany next summer.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's exciting.
But I think that's a great grab. That's a great way to. I mean, I think Golden State did a good job. They went and grabbed a girl that was an assistant for quite a bit and involved in player development in Vegas. That's who they hired in Golden State. And I think this is a really good hire for Toronto. You're bringing in somebody who knows how to build a program, because that's really what it is. It's a sports team. It's a program.
And let's face it, she must be salivating at that position because she's in all power. The blame is going to be on her, and the credit's going to be on her if she can pull it off. And she is. I think she's a great pick because she has the bolitas, if you will, to handle that type of deal. Because Toronto, let's face it, is the largest country in Canada. There's only 41 million people in Canada, but Toronto, the GTA, let's face it, that's the epicenter of Canada in Ontario. And Ontario is a super powerhouse province. And it's exciting. I'm very excited. And you know what's going to happen next, right? Is there's going to be a WNBA teams in probably Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the league. There's a lot of talent, but I think they're. I think they're stretching themselves a little thin with the expansion they're doing in the next 2 years. Like adding 5 teams.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I watched women's college basketball, and there's some talent, but to support 5 more teams if those people are being cut, that's starting to. You're watering it down.
I agree with you, but I think they need to clean house.
Well,
firstly, they need to finish this cycle and clean the house of the WNBA. It is absolutely, from a fan perspective that knows hoops, from Hoopjunkies, it's appalling behavior on so many levels.
There's a reason this league has never made money. And
we've talked about this trend. The league started in 1996 or 2006.
Yeah, 1996.
Right. I mean, come on. It's not like they haven't had an opportunity.
And I think, and I mean, as we are players for sure, so I'm always going to probably take the player sides in most things. Mm-hmm. But with this WNBA thing, it's a bit of both. I think ownership and league management, as in the president and her group, have mismanaged this whole rise with Caitlin Clark and others coming into the league.
They've handled it really poorly. I agree.
It's obvious. It's blatantly obvious. Yeah. But also, I don't like that the players, you're coming out in the All-Star game and you're like, pay us what we're worth, or pay us whatever the thing was on their shirt. It's like, guys, your league loses money, and I want you to make more money, but your league loses money, and to wear shirts like that. Well, if I was an owner, I'm kind of up in my box going, well, you don't need to be here. Like, I'll just trade you. Like, I don't need that hassle. I want them to get more. They should be making more because of what's been going on.
And they will, but it's growing pains. You can't expect something, just a windfall to arrive. They need to change the whole upper level of how the league is run.
They need to change in their executive.
Absolutely, and they need to get rid of the weak links that are the refs that should not be in the league. Some of these, I've seen some of the worst reffing I've ever seen in my life. It is absolutely atrocious. It's embarrassing. It's actually laughable, and then it gets, after it's laughable, it starts to get irritating and it starts to piss you off.
Terrible.
Because it's just so profoundly, your mouth just drops open, and it's like, my God. And even the players are doing it.
About that, so.
Oh, I know. But also the other thing I got to talk about is the elephant in the room, Trent. And nobody likes to talk about it because of where the United States of America seems to be going these days, and that is, the racial tension that is going on in this world everywhere. Yeah. And religious racial tension, even double that, compound that. But in the NBA, of course, this whole racial underlying current of disdain and failure and jealousy and
sexual orientation as well.
Oh my goodness, man. I mean, right? Now, as men, we can talk about this. We really care about the WNBA. We'd like to see it a better league, and it has a long way to grow. But honestly, since 1996 to now, what have they been doing in 3 decades? They need to wake up and clean that up.
Yeah, and I think they extended the CBA negotiations 30 days until Nafisa Collier and the actual executive, the lead executive there, until they're both gone. I mean, Nafisa Collier has to step down.
They all changes at the top level. Yeah, absolutely.
After what she said about Engelbert and what she said about revenue and Clark and all that stuff, that relationship is not going to be met. Women,
but I mean,
again, I coach girls.
Yeah.
Women are petty. They're petty. And
I'm sorry, they can be.
But they're the worst. Guys just punch each other in the face and get it over with. Women text each other for 6 months until one gets an eating disorder. That's how it works.
If it's me and you, we don't rely on violence. It's pure psychological torture.
Yeah, one of us is playing chess, and the other guy in the Knicks hat's playing checkers. Let's be honest. So,
you know what?
But no. So next
time I see you, we're gonna go on the court and we're gonna play 21, and I'll give you 3 attempts to beat me in 21. Okay. I haven't shot a basketball since this summer.
Me either, man. I haven't played at all.
I know, but I just want to beat you because it's so fun beating you.
Back to the last time.
Oh man, you have no chance, bro. I'll just stay out the 3. I'll stay out at the 4-point line. You're too lazy to come out that far.
I will. As soon as you miss, you can get up to 18.
I won't miss, bro. I won't miss.
You'll miss. You'll miss one.
Nah.
You'll miss one.
I'll get the rebound because you're too slow.
No. When you miss, I'll get the ball, and once I get the ball, it's never going to see it again because I'm just going to Carmelo Anthony, Othello Harrington you, and back you down all the way underneath the basket and just do layups. And all you're going to do is foul me.
You know what an Othello Harrington is? It's essentially playing with one arm. It's your left arm, taping your right arm to the back of your buttocks. And then taping both legs together and just and then trying to jump 2 inches off the floor. That is Othello Harrington's game. Biggest stiff in the NBA. Actually, not the biggest.
Hey, Vancouver Grizzly legend. Come on.
I told you at one of my previous. I went after him, the worst I've ever been in a live basketball game in my life since the 70s. I'm surprised I didn't get kicked out of the game. Guess what? Just shortly thereafter, they changed the whole code of conduct because of people like me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I ripped him to him. I'm so bad. Probably by the 20th time, the guy looked over his shoulder. He looked over his shoulder and he mumbled "F you" to me.
Oh my God, he would kill you.
Oh, I know. He was huge. Whatever.
His
ass. He would just sit on me and suffocate me with that ass.
He's a large man. So.
Oh my God.
So great hire for Toronto. I'm on their website waiting for the schedule, aka schedule, to be put out, and I could be like some gamer geek and be on my computer going to try to get tickets for when the Indiana Fever come to Toronto.
When does the season start again? Remind us, Trent.
Like April, May.
Okay.
Summer.
And it's like 44 games or something?
44 games, yeah.
Okay.
They should be in the same division or close. So they probably play 4 times. So
it'd be an Eastern Division, right? All the American teams right there.
Maybe 2 home games for Toronto against Indiana.
Whatever league Chicago's in, that's the one it'll probably be in, or Detroit.
Yeah. Be prepared for the Rogers Center to be sold out.
Yeah. Well, and be prepared for expansion in the NBA, which we can talk about at a different time. We're going to do an expansion series and talk about the next 3 teams that come into the NBA and the 4th team that's going to be international, with the 5th right on the horizon. But that'll be at a different episode. Did you want to share anything else with the WNBA at this point, Trent?
No, man. It's let's hope they get a deal done. And
they will. They will. I think they just,
together,
just don't follow the NBA. Maybe follow FIBA, some of the European EuroLeague teams.
Yeah.
And so the next section that we like to do here in the Canadian Bro Show podcast is, and for those that haven't been there before, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate the support. We've just recently hit 100 subscribers, which is quite amazing. We started this show, about a year ago, and I think we had 6 or 7 subscribers, and they were like family members. So, thank you for taking the time to subscribe and like and share with Trent, Johnny, and I. We all really appreciate it. We're just, we're a small budget podcast here. We focus on Canadian pop culture and mostly Canadian basketball, but we're Hoop Junkies, and it's really enjoyable to do it. And This is our 33rd episode in the second iteration, all basketball from the Hoopjunkies, Pauly, and that handsome gentleman, Rowley. And Johnny and I just finished filming our 56th episode, so hitting 89 episodes, Trent, is quite nice. Remarkable. Good start, anyways. But the next section that we like to do, and we're going to follow last year's 29 episodes, and loosely, depending on the week for the most part, it's a shallow week, in that 3 of the 4 days have, like tonight, just 1 game, and yesterday was 12 games, and then Tuesday was 4 games, and then Monday was 12 games. So that's a really wacky fantasy basketball schedule. Hard to really do, because on the busy days you're playing against every other team in your league, and you can win and lose just by that one night based on how your team performs. But I'd like to start off with this is the segment's Yahoo NBA Fantasy Basketball, and we call this called Connected Waiver Wire Fire. And every week we talk about hot pickups. We talk about the reason why we need to pick it up, because there's so many injuries. Third week into the NBA season, the injuries are really piling up. It's quite remarkable. So in fantasy basketball, it's really important to have depth at every position. If you've got 3 guards, it means you really need 6 guards. If you've got 2 or 3 centers, you need 4. And the same for other positions, because we're playing head-to-head 9 categories. And to start off with is a player that I normally wouldn't suggest or actually even consider, but based on this team's, what's happened to this team, and that is the Phoenix Suns. Grayson Allen has been playing quite a bit of minutes. He's their starting 2-guard, 3-guard combo. And he can also play point. With dual eligibility and high score, which we don't do, this is just head-to-head 9. I can talk about high score at a later episode. Allen is a useful pickup for week 3 because Jalen Green had an entire summer off and has not played a single preseason game because he's had a hamstring, another soft core injury, which is just, the NBA is plagued with this right now. It's really out of control. And then, of course, our Canadian friend, the agitator, Mr. Dylan Brooks, he has a core muscle strain, soft tissue. You need to get in the weight room, stretch, are still injured. And the Suns played 2 out of their 3 games on lighter slates, as I was talking about, Tuesday, Thursday, one of the weekends. Allen has averaged 34 fantasy points in certain games. High points. Dan Titus, who I follow, is kind of my guru, one of them. He always talks about high score fantasy because it's fresh, it's brand new. I'm not doing it. We're doing head-to-head. Next player is a player that I picked up on 3 of my teams. He's been playing really well. He just signed an... What's that? On
Phoenix also, I would throw in, because of minutes, because of the injuries they have, is Ryan Dunn as well.
Yeah.
He's
showing flashes,
but he'll have a good game, and he's definitely been that way. He's had a really good game. I picked him up, and he had a really good game, and then the next game was terrible.
Disappeared, but he's got good size. He's athletic,
and he's getting minutes, right? He's getting 27, 25, so he's getting minutes.
He's really raw on offense, but
I just dumped him today as well. But he was a nice filler, a guy.
He's almost 6'9", and he can jump through, and he's really aggressive. He's really raw on offense, but defensive, he's got really good instincts, and there are some really great players. One of my favorite players in the NBA is Devin Booker. And Book is just an excellent player. He drops dimes and is unselfish and a great leader and a great teammate on and off the court. That's a good one as well, because there's not a lot to say, and it's really shocking because they've got
Phoenix, that's why.
They got 3 7-footers, and nobody talks about any of them. So it's just I don't know what they did.
And Royce O'Neal is still available in most leagues.
You know what? Look, in fantasy basketball, if anyone shoots under 40% from the field, that's probably because I'm out for sure, but it's only because either they can't shoot and they're a chucker, or they can do what Royce O'Neal does. He's a one-trick pony. He can shoot the 3, but he shoots 36% from the field. So I'm just not going to do it. And he'll hit one game where he has 6 threes and he'll disappear for 5. So that's not fantasy.
Yeah.
But the next guy is, and that's PJ Washington. They've got him listed as a forward center now, thank God, because getting that center designation, I really needed that. And Dallas Mavericks really need him because they've got Lively, grew to 7'3" this year, injured already for the second time in 3 weeks. And Davis, the brow. Apparently someone pulled the wrong brow and he had a meltdown in the beauty salon, and it got infected and he can't see, so he's not playing. But PJ Washington's 40%, 41%. I grabbed him because he's playing really well. He just signed a $150 million. Thank you very much. Cha-ching. And all of a sudden he's playing with a ferocity. He's definitely found his joy, let me tell you. And he scores, and it says with Anthony Davis out the next 2 games and low calf grade strain. I mean, come on, man. Are we doing that already? Dude.
Anthony Davis.
And one of the players that stands out to benefit the most is Washington. In the last 24 games without Davis in the lineup, which is more often than not, Washington averaged 17 points, 9 boards, 2.5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Stocks. That's some nice numbers, and his shooting percentage is pretty good. His foul shooting's better. And Mavericks are one of the 17 teams playing 4 games this week. Fantasy basketball player, look out for those 4-game teams. And if you,
this week.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it works. And the next player I'm going to mention, Trent picked up, I dropped, and he picked him up.
So staying with the Mavericks. Gafford is back from injury as well.
I picked him up in 3 teams.
Yeah. I drafted him, so he's sitting on injury reserve for me. But he's back now too, and he's averaging 2 blocks, 1.3 steals. So there's 3.5 in stocks there, right?
The last 2 games, he's playing really well, bro.
Yeah. So and his minutes are going up right now because
there's no one else. They're all injured.
Well, no, they're getting in shape too because he hadn't played. But he's back as well for Dallas. So he's a guy that's out there in a couple of leagues for sure.
And I grabbed him. I scooped him because he's a guy that I can put on a flyer, or I can put him on utility, and he'll give me those blocks. And right now I notice by getting him the block category, I just taken over on like 5 of my teams.
He's averaging 2 a game. Like that's
pretty impressive. Next guy, Trent picked up. I dropped. I don't know if he picked it up from our league. Is Jaime Jaquez Jr. from Miami Heat, 37% velocity, 6'8". He's built like a shit brick house. He's really athletic. The Heat right now have the number 1 offense, and they're not even running an offense. Try to figure that one out, especially with Sproul. It's pretty amazing. And on D, they're just they call out his own, and they just switch. And
picked him up in a run league, and he's been playing great.
He's been playing excellent, man. He's playing like a point forward type of thing. And
now too.
Yeah. So if he's available, I'd get him because he's versatile. And
35 minutes too. So,
and he's been one of the best reserves in the league because he's averaging 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists off the bench for one of the fastest-paced teams in the NBA through the first few weeks of the season. If you're looking for a plug-and-play option, he's put up high score, 45 points in both weeks, and that's pretty impressive. He had a couple of dogs in the middle, so people get a little bit, But he actually started over Kel'el Ware. I'm not really sure that's a good thing. I think he should be a 6-man. Kel'el Ware needs to start over Novic and bring Novic off the bench and build Kel'el's Wares because big guy in the middle needs Kel'el taking the middle so he can shoot threes and play power forward. Anyways.
So on that team as well, like for them, one of the things that we don't usually talk about, we talk about their stocks and stuff like that, is you're not going out, when you go out to the waiver wire, you're not going out to the waiver wire and finding a guy who's playing 12 minutes a game or 18 minutes a game.
It's got to be minimum 28 minutes.
Yeah, you're going to find a guy that's 25 plus if he's a bench player, right? And right now, Jaquez Jr. is playing like 35 minutes a game.
Yeah. Where he's averaging 26 for the year, but
you have to have a guy like that. He's a perfect guy to put in there. And Miami played 4 games this week.
Yeah, exactly. So there's another important.
So.
And what you do with those teams is you look for other players that you don't really think about, but if they have a good week, like Kelly Oubre right now has found a 2-aspect game. Yeah. And the coach loves him right now. Nick Nurse loves him, and he's a starting small forward. And he had 4 stocks in the last game, 19 points, 11 rebounds. He's playing defense, and he's motivated, and he's playing more cerebral. And Nick is trusting him, and same with Grimes. So Kelly Oubre is playing fantastic. He's in the top 27 players in 9-category league right now. It's crazy. Another guy I've always never brought up, but all of a sudden it's just rediscovered himself, and it's about freaking time, and that's Jeremy Grant. the power forward from Portland
Yeah.
Trailblazers, who's been playing really well since their coach got fired or
Well, Portland's
almost
playing
arrested.
Well. They're like 5-3 for God's sake. So,
Dude, Jeremy Grant's averaging, he's 39% pickup. He's averaging 21 points a game. He doesn't rebound. He's like Turner. But he's now 6-man, and he's found his groove, and he's hitting threes.
Yep.
And whatever Tiago Splitter's doing, they are loving it.
Yep.
The new head coach.
Yeah.
The other guy who's benefiting from a change, and that is another Canadian, is Nikhil. Oh, sorry, you going to add?
Just with Portland, well, yes, it's probably a lot more open because players aren't having plays designed that don't score baskets because the coach has got a spread to cover. So,
oh my God, man!
Right, but Portland's playing well. They're like 5-3, so good for them. So young
gambling
teams,
in the NBA is the mob involved.
So yeah. I mean, it's tough when the coaches designing plays that you're covering the spread, not winning. So
I will tell you, in Risers, the one player that's really captured my attention, and I've drafted him on four or five of my 8 teams, is the Australia kid, Denny, is just going nuts. He's just going ballistic, 6'9", and he's reminding me the way he's playing without a three-point. It reminds me of a more athletic Larry Bird without a three-point game. But I just got to bring that up. Next guy is Nikhil Alexander Walker, another Canadian, and he's a cousin of SGA, the best guard in the world, the best Canadian basketball player ever, and the best guard in the world. Yeah, no other Canadian player has got a championship that is playing at his level. Now, they just lost last night. They're 8-1. But they are on track to do exactly what they did last year, and they're playing with such joy. I've watched them every game this year, and it's remarkable. They've got 2 units and a whole team, and they all play together, and they love
Jalen
playing.
Williams is even playing right now.
No, I know. And Holmgren's been injured with a couple of games with a back injury.
Carson Wallace there's a pickup from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Carson Wallace is a really good pickup right now.
He's leading the league in steals.
Yeah, he's playing a ton because of those injuries. I mean, once that injury comes, he's probably going to lose some minutes, so he's going to be tough to keep him. But right now, that's a guy you want to have.
Yeah, because he can't shoot. He shoots 34% from the field. So
he was available almost everywhere. So.
He really is. And another guy that's available is Trey Jones. Both Trent and I have flirted with him. I have him on one team still.
I just dropped him.
I know you did.
Because I dropped Trey Jones because I had the opportunity to see, and I seen when Anthony Edwards went down that DiVincenzo was still available, and I was like, okay, and I just took him, and he's had 2 great games.
I did the same.
He's playing out of his mind right now.
He's playing right now. Finally, he's playing like his confidence in New York last year. He had a record year.
For them, so.
But
yes,
Trey Jones is a good pickup if you need dimes. He's very aggressive. He's a bigger version of his brother, and they're great at assist to turnover ratio. And they don't run. He runs the plays for everyone else. Right. No plays for himself. He's very unselfish, and he's a great leader, and he's really athletic and aggressive. So if he's available, scoop him. 34% available. Cedric Coward, we brought him up last week. This kid in the story, he's playing 6-man at Memphis. The team is really in trouble right now. Jean Morant, their star, is just pulled another little pouty bitch session.
He gone.
Yeah, he gone. Question is where? Rumor is Toronto Raptors, and they're going to trade the point guard in Toronto, who they're not really happy with, quickly.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's a good swap. I'd take Ja. I think Ja.
It was a regular swap as long as they're not giving up a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, well, yeah. Good luck with that.
Wait, Memphis. There's no way his stock isn't that far down, Morant's, that would be a straight up trade. They're going to get picks or something. I mean,
look, really, if Memphis is smart, they try to get the boat for him.
He probably can't even come over the border.
No.
I mean, let's be honest.
I think that's his problem. I think he focuses more on the nightlife. He hasn't found his joy. Geez, that sounded interesting. Jimmy Butler did that, and then 6 months later, just made $175 million.
Exactly. Yeah, refound his joy.
Oh, he found what his joy. It's not just about big head coffee anymore.
Yeah.
So, and the other ones I'd also look for that have been playing really well that are still available. 38% available. Quentin Grimes. Man, you're not paying attention to what's going on with Nick Nurse in Philadelphia, and the number 1 scorer in the NBA right now, Maxey. They're playing inspired basketball. Let me tell you.
And rookie of the year leader, BJ Edgecombe, boy.
Oh, Edgecombe's, he had a really rough game last night, but he's been playing. He's leading right now. He's the leader for the rookie of the year. And they just got McBride back from yet another injury. So all of a sudden they have tremendous depth in all positions. And Big Africa is actually making an effort to play every second game.
Yeah.
Aaron Wiggins has been going off with Oklahoma City as they build their second unit. And that second unit plays with so much confidence. You know, when the first unit's down, they still get SGA in there. They still got Holmgren. You know, they still got Hardelstein, and then they fill in 3-4 other guys. And he can score. He's got a beautiful shot, and he's a good size, small forward, power forward.
He comes in the game, dude, and he's coming into the game like he's shooting it. It's like ready to go. Like it's
going up.
He will be in the game for the first possession. And if he touches it, it's going up. Like he's shooting it.
Well, that's why he's in the game. He's essentially him and AJ, their point guard on the second unit.
Isaiah Joe.
Not Isaiah Joe, not the shooting guard. The AJ, the point guard, who's averaging 17 points a game right now. And he is basically leading the second unit if SGA is not in there. And the next one's Terrence Mann, who's been traded. First of all, the Clips could have traded him 3-4 years ago and gotten 3 first-rounders from teams. And now this guy's in Brooklyn, and he's trying to rediscover his game, which he never had, in my opinion. Jalen Tyson, I won't even mention it because I don't even know why he's mentioned. Taylor Hendricks, I'd rather mention Filikowski. I'm sorry. And then to finish off with, we've got our risers and we've got our fallers. And these I got
one last one too that's out there because he was injured.
Yeah.
Is Malik Monk. He's out there available right now.
Man, I'd pick him up. I
saw him today and I was close, but they only play one game. They play Saturday and
I know.
They play one game the whole week.
But if he's available and they got 4 games in 1 week, scoop him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Because he's coming off the bench and honestly, they got 7-8 guards in that team and they're still playing. They're scoring the heck out of the ball, man.
Zach LaVine is nicked up and.
Yeah,
so he's gonna play 25+ minutes in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. So the risers, and we'll see how long these go for. But Ryan Rollins, who I brought up 2 weeks ago or last week, I think, is the starting point guard until we'll see what happens. But if you look at since he's taken over the starting point guard, he's averaging 18 points a game, 6.5 assists, 4 rebounds, a couple of steals, a 3. And he's playing very, very savvy basketball, and he's running the team, and the Greek Freak's going off, and finally Miles Turner, in the last couple of games, is awoken, and then AJ the gunner.
Yeah, Derry Bird.
I'm telling you, man, he can play, and I love how he plays defense. So Ryan Rollins, keep an eye on him. Alex Sarr has just discovered himself, the center for. He's playing unbelievable, and I hope he continues. It's very impressive. Yep. The finisher, the one and only, the finisher. It sounds like one of those assassin movies, right? Lauri Markkanen is going to be traded by January, late January.
Sounded like a title to a Harry Reams.
He's got one of the best nicknames in the NBA, the finisher. I love it.
The finisher.
And his rank has just gone ballistic. And by the way, the World Cup and the FIBAs, he led the whole of the world in scoring. He brought Finland on his back, and he was averaging 40 a game. It was incredible.
His brother, that's high school kid? Is that his brother or something?
No. That's the
that ever Finnish kid. Holy moly!
Yeah, the 18-year-old. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, did you see that tomahawk dunk that he threw at the break? Holy crap!
Yeah, let's just see if he can shoot it now. So.
Well, he's 18, bro.
I know. Oh no, that's what I mean. Like I'm really.
I mean, he's 6'11". He's got 40-inch vertical. My God, that's all you need.
Yeah, but yeah, Markkanen's finally. Yeah.
He's coming alive. I like him. And then another guy you like is Stephen Castle.
Yeah, I have him. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a very good player, and he's going to be there. It's going to be interesting when Fox gets back. I don't know what they're going to do,
but I don't know what they're going to do.
They're the surprise team. I think Wemby has put them on his elongated back. Yeah. And they are playing inspired basketball. Wemby was exhausted. He had a really rough one game, but I haven't watched the Lakers game. I want to watch it after the show. And I really like their game. I think they have 6 players in the off-guard small forward position, so they maybe need to do a trade, I think.
Yeah.
And then Castle, and the next guy who's just having a breakout year, and it's about time going in his 4th year, is the gunner, Keontae George, the point guard for the Jazz.
Yep.
He's been playing inspired. Now, he does have turnover problem, but it's 9 categories, so if you punt turnovers, grab him, because he's up and coming.
Have a good time with turnovers. Who cares?
I know. I say F turnovers. So the fallers, and they're falling fast. These guys, honestly, there's a couple, 2 of these guys, I'm like, I don't know what happened to you guys. Emmanuel Quickly, the point guard for the Raptors, he's still averaging 15.7 assists, but come on, man. Where's your 3 game? Where's your shot? Where's your confidence? I don't know. And Desmond Bane, are you smoking crack, bro? What's going on? He got kicked out of the game. He fouled out of the game. Another game, he just didn't show up.
Like grab that kid.
He's averaging. He's a buy low candidate because he can't play this bad.
He can't
for the whole year,
right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure
crap.
What's going on there.
Another guy who can't shoot but is always injured is Herbert Jones. I'm not even going to mention him. I'm not a fan. He does play good D. That's all I'll say. John Collins seems to be getting a little bit of a run. I thought actually Brooks would get more of a run because of his 3-point shooting and foul shooting. But the Croat, Big Zubac in the middle he's like a black hole, man. You know, he really is. And then Trey Johnson, he's like the runner-up to Keyshawn over in Washington. He can shoot it, and he will have a great career. I just think there's a lot of guys that are trying to make an impression on that team, and they're horrible. So that's fantasy basketball. Unless you're going to
John Collins might be a sneaky pickup right now because Harden's
buy low.
And Kawhi's out, so he's going to probably play a little bit more. But there's some. Oh, you missed one guy, and I'm actually happy for him because he's dating Megan Thee Stallion. But Klay Thompson, it's over.
Yeah, that guy's washed.
It's over. I love it. The guy's a great player. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no doubt. He got 4 championships.
One of the prettiest jump shot release that you're ever going to see.
But I tell you what, once you get on the Stallion, you don't want to get off.
The one game.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Sorry. Good try.
Come on, bro. No. So to finish up, who are you going to finish up with? Because I want to just briefly talk about our league.
No, I was just going to say with Thompson is the one game with him where he scored. I think he broke George Gervin's quarter record. He scored like 37 in a quarter. In a quarter, 38, I think. In that game, he had 61, I think, and he dribbled the ball. This is a great lesson for the kids.
Yeah.
Dribbled the ball 11 times.
That was the most impressive aspect. That
is unbelievable.
It really is. It's essentially it's catch and shoot nightmare. It is.
One dribble. It's just nuts. And so, hey, I'm happy for him because he off the court. Good for you, Clay. You got 4 rings.
And he found love, and he got paid, and he got out of those terrible injuries. Yeah. No, right. Good for him. It's a good story. I like Clay. I always liked him. Yeah. I liked his dad too. So quickly to finish off with Trent and I, as we did last season, we both drafted a team in one league in early. We're in a Platinum League, which is one of the top leagues. It's just below Diamond, I believe. And which means that all 10 teams have players that are above average to really good. And so we're all just battling it out. It's pretty tight. I'm in it's a Platinum League. It's a Yahoo head-to-head category 187125 for those that might be interested. I'm at the Canadian Bro Show, of course, and Trent is Filthy Mamimals, and I'm currently in 3rd out of 10, and Trent's 5th out of 10. So it's early in the season, and you've had a really good, like last night was good for you, and the night before, I think. Last couple of games, you've had some pretty good games.
It's too bad I have the 2 people I'm playing. The guy I'm playing tonight has no players. I got Zubac, but I don't get Harden because he's hurt. Like, it's like, come on.
No, Harden's just taking the night off, man. He's going to the club. He's going to the club.
It's nothing tragic or bad for the guy.
No,
like,
of course.
But I mean, he's out for personal reasons. I don't know. He ate too many chicken wings last night. Who knows? I mean, and then, I mean, obviously he eats those chicken wings with the side of Ozempic because holy frick, man, that guy.
Man, everybody in America is eating Ozempic. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's taken over from French fries.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But so we Trent and I were talking about it in the pre-show, and a nice job on so far. We talked about like just sort of bantering and having some fun and not being scripted and just try to be ourselves a little bit more, like we really are. And you get to see Trent as he really is, because he'll just dig into me. He's very mean. He's as cruel as anything. As a matter of fact, he's from Alberta, and I think he's following his premier because I don't know what's going. I think she's picked up. I think she's drinking far too much. That's just my opinion. But have you looked at her recently? I don't know what's going on there. But it is. So in NBA, we always got NBA predictions. We always talk about risers and teams that are just exploding. And if up until this third week, there were 3 teams that had perfect records, and now none of those have perfect records. But if you're looking at the best team in the NBA right now, I think it's really quite obvious that it's the OKC Thunder.
Yep. Yeah.
And their point guard, Canadian point guard, I think he's the best point guard in the world right now. And because of the record, it's early, I know, but this is how they started out last year, and they ended up almost winning 70 games. I wouldn't be surprised if they win 70 games. If they can stay healthy, they got a good chance, because I haven't seen a team like this in a long time, and even played for a team like this. I've only played for a couple in all of my years that have such incredible synergy and continuity and character. Like, everybody seems to really, truly enjoy, and it shows. I've watched every one of their games this year. Yep, and the philosophy that the general manager put into the ownership, the fans, the leadership, the bench, and there's no jealousy. Everybody's equal. It's extremely impressive. I think they'll have an early first round pick next year via trade. So and I mean, they're doing this without Jalen Williams. I mean, that's incredible, eh?
It's
incredible.
I'm with you. They seem to have fun together. They're a true team.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, they all have egos. Let's be honest. They're pro athletes. We all have egos, anyways. But they seem to truly enjoy playing basketball together, and they know who the man is. That's the guy who has the ball in crunch time. It's a really cool situation. You don't see it very often in pro sports. Like, the teams that win, if you really take a closer look in most leagues, the teams that win are those types of teams.
Yeah. They're
not a team that's half and half. They're a team that's all in it, all together, in it together. And it's always fun to watch. They lost from, I think Isaiah Joe had his toe on the line. Last night. So they are the best team. But you should be excited because, like, right behind them is your Lakers. Yeah. Without LeBron's, like, geez, man. Like,
honestly, I took a risk, Trent, and it's nice.
Mind, right?
Well, Lucas being Luca, so he's the only guy I never got to draft, unfortunately, because for some reason in my 8 teams, I never got a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I always got 7, 8, 9, and 10 the last pick, and I got 2 firsts. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if I had a 5th pick or a 4th pick, I would have got. If Luca's available, I would have grabbed him.
He's playing just.
He's insane. But I think the biggest surprise, Luca doesn't surprise me. I'm glad he's playing good. He really worked. Had a great summer. He lost 30 pounds. Yeah. He probably took it easy on the cigarettes and beer, and he should. He's still a young man. He's only 26 years old, and the way he's been playing without the old man is really impressive. But I think that goes without being said, and you have to obviously recognize somebody that's looking at a $30 million a year to $40 million a year salary. What's up?
Hillbilly Mamba. Yeah.
Hillbilly Mamba. Everybody know what I'm talking about? I got him on 5 of my 8 fantasy teams, and I took a risk, and it's paid off early. He is playing.
Isn't he with a hammy? One of your favorite injuries right now?
No, he got a groin. He got a groin.
Oh, groin. Sorry, groin.
Yeah, well, groins they're dangerous, but I think it was just rest because he started off like crazy. He started off like crazy. He's averaging 36 points a game right now. He's 6th in the league in scoring. Like, the guy was undrafted.
Yeah.
The Hill. He was undrafted. He's from the Hick from French Lick. You know, that sort of vibe.
Arkansas, man.
Arkansas. I mean, yee-hoo! And
Great,
he's
man.
and I heard his Lon Cougar, his coach talking about him on I'm Serious when I was driving and doing some errands. And Lon Cougar is a classy guy, right? Classy coach, had a great career with about 5 different teams. And even in his answer was eloquent. He goes, he said everything that I would have said about him. And I don't even know the cat. I never coached him. But there's something special about that guy. And I took a dice on him, roll on him. And my God, and he's one of the reasons why they're doing it. And Rui Hachimura has been playing actually quite well.
A little bit better lately.
Yeah, more consistent.
More
consistent.
Yeah.
But who else is on your mind?
Obviously, the other teams in the West. I mean,
Minnesota, you want to talk about the West?
Well, we can just talk about teams. Being that we're in the West, I mean, Minnie's kind of they'll get it together. I think they've had a few injuries, but
Edwards came back, but he needs a few games to get his vibe.
And I think Portland's a surprise. I don't think it's going to last, but it's good to see they have a young team. They play hard.
Yeah.
Denver's Denver. I mean, they're going to be there. They bolstered their bench. They're going to be there at the end. Like, you're going to have to beat to win the West.
Wow.
You're probably going to have to beat both Denver and OKC in the playoffs. You're not going to just have to play one of them. You're probably going to have to beat both of those teams in a best of 7.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you finish in the top 8. You'd probably have to beat 3 really good teams in a row.
Right. But I'm just saying, you're going to have to beat those 2 at least.
Well, right? I mean, my God. And listen, can we just talk about something that needs to be talked about? I watched the Pillsbury Doughboy. He's 7 foot. And have you seen his brothers? How big they are?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Serbian gangsters, man.
Oh my God, man. That one guy's thighs are so big, he must get chaps. He's got to put Vaseline in his thighs because of the way he walks. So when
he had that moment with
the fan?
Crybaby Morris there, who cheap shotted him, and then he came over and just laid him out. When all those guys were talking, his brothers are just like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no. And then everybody was shaking their head saying, no, don't do it.
Like Jimmy Butler wasn't so tough right away after that. It was
Jimmy didn't have his Glock on him, but Jimmy looked at him and looked up and went, nah, I don't think so.
And then I got to listen to the Morris twins say, oh yeah, we'll get hit. Whatever.
But the Joker, what he's been doing is he broke Oscar Robinson's record. Yeah. And not only did he break it, he shattered it. He's still doing it. I've watched him play every game because I'm a huge Denver fan. And I think they did a really good job of getting some really important bench players back and building the bench mob. They play really good defense. I was watching one of their players. He's a live wire 6'7" kid with long arms. He came off. He had 4 blocks last night. Jackson or Stewart or what's his name? Anyways. And then Brown has been playing better. He had a really slow start, so I was worried. That one guy that hasn't showed up, that's completely disappeared, and I don't know what it is. If he all of a sudden was in the shower and he looked down and saw that there's nothing there, and he's lost his confidence, is the guy they got rid of Junior to get him. And I dropped him. I picked him up.
Okay. Cam Johnson. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
What is going on with him? My God, it's
new situation.
It's totally tragic. I think it's just real. It's kind of like what's happened to C.J. McConnell in Washington. You ask, is he done already?
Retire already.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I don't know what's going on, but I just want to say,
seen your boy Kelly Olynyk running up and down the court for the Spurs last night.
Hey man, Kelly's Canadian. He's 7-footer. He's the West Coast cat. I've met him. He's a really nice dude. And he's had a really great long career, and he's always finds himself on a decent team.
Good pro.
And he's found himself on the right team because they picked up the other big 7-footer they got from Boston. He's injured now, and Kelly's all of a sudden looking the church later, and he's back on doing his thing. But they don't need if Wemby stays healthy, Wemby is the future of the NBA right now.
I would say this: I think everybody's getting from the stuff I read and see online. Let's not get carried away that they're contenders. They're not contenders yet. They're not winning them.
Not yet, but they're surprising right now.
Sure. But they were playing well last year to be in the playoffs before he got hurt. So
he got hurt with 25 games left, though, right? I mean,
guess what? They're going at the end of the day. They will be in the play-in games. They will not be in the top 6 in the West.
Well,
so they're not winning anything, but they're super fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. I think I'm so pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I disagree. I think they're a team. I think they're a play-in team for sure, but I think they could get into the 7th or the 8th position in the West. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's a play-in. It's a top 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10.
That's why I said I agree with you on the play-in. I'm just saying if they get into the 7 or 8 at the right time, they could find themselves getting into the 6th spot.
I agree. I agree that they could be the 7th, like the top team in the play-in thing, but I don't
for sure. And I think that's all they need, because I honestly, if I was a team, I don't care. I wouldn't want to play that dude. He is a freak of nature, man. I've never seen anything. I've seen players his height before, but I mean, the closest I could say that was built like him would have to be at Houston, the big 7'5" Ralph Sampson.
Right.
Who was kind of built like him. He was long and lithe and fairly mobile.
I don't see them finishing ahead. Right now they're in 5th, which is great. I mean, they've done well. They started the season off well. But they're not going to finish ahead of OKC.
Remember, Fox is not back yet, eh?
I know, but I'm just telling you, they're still not. I'm going to tell you, they're not finishing ahead of these 16.
Well, and that's where Treg and I we agreed to disagree.
So
no, and I'm just telling you, it means I can disagree with you again. It's something different.
Disagree with me all you want.
Well,
OKC,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Lakers, Houston, Denver, Minnesota, the Clippers, and Golden State. They're not finishing ahead of those teams. They're just not.
Fox honestly,
I don't actually think Fox is.
I think you've got a hard on. You got a hard on for the Clips, bro. The oldest team in the history of the NBA. Honestly, I don't see them having I don't see them being healthy by the playoffs.
Yeah, well, that's part of the problem for sure.
And right now they're not playing with any depth off the bench. Yeah. I mean, you've got Robin Lopez needs to be playing more. They got to find a way to get him minutes.
All the power to him, because we get to watch Wemby games on TV in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, no, I love it.
I'm all for it. I'm rooting for them to. That'd be great if they were in the top 6. That'd be awesome. And then in the East, I mean, it seems like we're kind of seeing maybe the new guard come here. I mean, obviously the Bulls are kind of shocking. It's probably not. I don't think they can maintain that the whole year. They're playing hard, but the Hawks, the Magic, the Bulls, and the Pistons. Those 4 young teams seem to be. The Magic have had kind of a rough start, and I think you pointed out earlier, they obviously expected way more from Desmond Bane.
He doesn't get any looks. He doesn't get any looks. All their offense runs through Franz and Balo.
Yeah, I love that Paolo's a forward center in our.
Yeah, it's about time they always screw up at the beginning of the year, and then they make amends as the season unfolds.
So they had in the draft, and I looked at it and I went, he's a power forward center. What?
So guess what? Brandon. Yeah, he's now a shooting guard, small forward, power forward.
Yeah, I have seen that.
I love that.
But
that's awesome.
Like Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram, he's playing really well. Trent picked him up. I picked him up on a few teams. I like him when he's healthy.
The other big thing in the league, in the East, I mean, you still have it's the Knicks and the Cavs, for sure, and then let's fight it out for the rest of the spots. Honestly,
yeah.
Knicks and the Cavs are the 2 best teams in the East. I would be very surprised if it doesn't finish that way. I think the Raptors have kind of got it together. I think the biggest problem for the Raptors, and it seems like a league-wide problem, last year we did this show, and we had multiple teams that were like 103, holding teams to like 103, 105, 106, and in that kind of range, and scoring like 115, and had +9, +10 differentials. This year, you have 2 teams in the league. I believe it's Boston and the Spurs, and they're giving up 109 a game. Other than that, the league average for points against for defenses right now, it's like 116 to 120.
Yeah.
Like the Raptors are giving up 118 and scoring 120. You're not winning a lot of games at a +2.6 differential.
No, so and the big question is, why aren't they winning? Well, they're not winning because they're not getting leadership from their point guard, who was injured all last year, and he came back and didn't play that well in the last part of the year. Their center, who had a career year last year at 15 points and 10 boards and 2 blocks, has completely disappeared from the planet and is averaging.
Played well the other night. So
what? Yeah, it was 8 points, 9 rebounds, a half block. But I'm just saying that's just those are 2 really important areas. And then the third most important area that they never addressed, and they think they did, is bench. they have a terrible bench.
Yeah.
They have guys. I don't even know. Like, there's guys that come off the bench, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Shed was
Yeah,
a really
no,
good
you're
player.
just being nice because they're a Canadian team and they're their only Canadian team.
A good player. Shed was a good player at Houston. He's a good backup guard.
Yeah, no, I just honestly, I don't get it. But
Big
you know, I
year,
want to talk about teams that are rising, and my favorite team in the East is
nobody cheers for them.
I do, and there's millions of us Knickerbocker fans. And by the way, nobody's talking about Philadelphia 76ers. Honestly, I thought they were going to have a terrible season, but they've been one of the biggest surprises, if not the biggest surprise in the East. When it comes to surprises,
I would say Bulls right now. That's crazy what's going on.
No, I want to get into the Bulls, but I was kind of talking about the Atlantic right now. Sort of, I'm with
you on the Sixers for sure.
And because you brought up the Bulls, and I want to get to the Central because I really thought that if they started Matthias at the small forward, and they get some really, really good guard play, and they picked up Trey Jones, which is a huge pickup, and Asia Somo is always freaking injured, but he has some really good games as the second point guard coming off the, he holds it together, and then of course Vooch defies time itself. The guy has a 2-inch vertical. He's bow-legged. He's slow, but he is absolutely probably one of my biggest surprising players in the NBA this year.
Double, man.
He really is. And now he can shoot the three. In the last sort of 5-6 years, he's been shooting the three better. And when they get Kobe White back, but really, I think the person that I love Matthias, and I think he's explosive. I picked him on 7 of my 8 teams, and I got them all in the 7th and 8th round. I couldn't believe he was still available on all those teams. But really, the Giddey situation is blown my mind, and it's exactly what I thought would happen. I got Giddey 6 out of my 8 teams in the 2nd or 3rd round, and he is destroying the NBA right now. And he's a walking triple-double. And boy, I tell you, the Bulls are exciting to watch. And I'm a big fan of the coach. Back when my old teammate, who's no longer with us, in Austria, used to play for Billy Donovan at the Black School, Howard, before he made a name for himself as a coach, way back in the day. The Bulls are exciting to watch for sure, but they're really an injury away from... I don't know about that. The bench, they're big. They got a big 7-footer on the bench that can back up Vooch, but he's always injured. So, I mean, the Bulls are something to watch. Cavs, you have to remember, people... When they were talking about the Cavs, they were people were saying a 70-game win for the Cavs. And they were there until Garland got injured again with a big toe injury.
Again.
And exactly. And Hunter, who they picked up, injured. And then the big, the Fro just got a displaced small fracture on his non-shooting hand, thank God. And he disappeared in the first 2-3 games of the season, and in the last 2 games, it was like the Fro is a go.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy about that. I picked him up on one of my teams, so they're fun to watch. And what's his face went off for 46 last night, which was pretty impressive. Yet another gunner, and really doing it well. He's built well. Pistons are really a team I like to talk about a little bit because I've never been a Cade Cunningham fan, but I am now. And I picked him up when I got the 7th round. I think that was my first team. And at the 7th round, Cade was still available. I was like, oh my God. I thought I was going to get Edwards, but Edwards went on the 6th round. And when I got Cade, I was like, shit, I don't know anything about this guy.
6th pick, you mean, not 6th round.
I mean, 7th pick. I mean, in the first round. Pardon me.
That's what I got him in ours. I picked him. I got him 7.
Yeah. And he started off really slow, and I'm like, oh my God, I just wasted my first round pick. But holy crap, has he come on? And guess who he's found? Cade just found his new partner in crime. And that is, and I said in our last episode, he could be the next 2020 guy. And Trent just looked at me and went, no.
You're not averaging that, but yeah, of course he's had 20 games already. The guy's crazy, man.
That's why I said it, because I think if anyone can do it, I think you can average over 20 rebounds a game in modern NBA. I think it's possible.
Probably could. Now, with the jacking going on, for sure.
Well,
there's 75 threes being put up every game. There's a lot of
because of Robinson. I mean, there's a lot of guys that think they can shoot, and they shoot 36% from the three, which is average in the NBA. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Stop shooting.
Yeah.
Play some
You're
defense.
considered a good shooter. You're considered. Well, this guy's a good shooter. He shoots 38%. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Thanks for coming out.
Hey, shoot 48%, and we'll talk.
40% even. I'd go, or 45. Yeah. It's like, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna.
And then the next I want to talk about is who's uprising in Central is the Bucks.
Yeah. Well,
who do you want to talk about? You want to mention someone in Detroit that needs mentioning?
No, I mean Durant and Cunningham. I mean,
that's all you really need to say. But you know who's playing well? Beef Stew is playing really well, defensively.
22 and 22 last night. Durant, right?
That's
crazy.
I got him on 4 teams.
Cunningham was a fun player to watch in college. Unfortunately, injuries were a little bit of a problem here when he first got into the league, and maybe he's overcome that because there's no question about the guy's talent. He's a big guy.
But have you looked at his body, though, man? Trent, he's a big dude, man.
Oh, he's a big kid, man. And he's going to put on more weight.
I mean, he's got to be, what, 230, 235, 6'8"?
Yeah.
Broad?
Yeah.
Broad?
No, he's a fun. They're again, there's one of those teams that do they take the step from what they did last year, do they take a step forward this year, right?
Yeah.
They're one of them in Orlando, and right now, Detroit's kind of, they're doing that, whereas Orlando's kind of taking a step backwards here a little bit this year so far.
Yeah, in the Southeast, I think the Hawks with Trey, I think I'm really happy Trey didn't get significantly hurt, that there's a way for him to come back with the strain, and hopefully, because he's a pretty tough little dude. And he's a leading assist man in the league at a little over 11 a game and about 23, 24 points. And he's the guy that he's the guy that starts that engine, and everybody needs him. But not just him; they all need to stay healthy. And I think with Porzingis there, you got to really keep your eye on the Hawks. If Trey can come back and stay healthy, and they can put it together, they're a team to watch out for in the East.
Jalen Johnson's the key.
He is. But he only plays 50 games a year.
I know that's the problem, but he's the key. That kid is a ball. Like that kid is a crazy athlete.
He really is,
and huge. Yeah. That guy's legs and ass, like he is a big kid.
Have you looked at his hands, man?
I know.
When he holds the ball, it's like he's palming a coconut, man.
Yeah, he is.
Seriously,
he is but that's the problem. I mean, basically like every team, right? It's healthy, but for them, big time. They've got a lot of players who have never been very consistent when it comes to the amount of games they play.
No.
They just haven't.
No, but I mean, I think if they're healthy and they get Trey back and the aforementioned.
And I like Trey. I think he's got to figure one thing out, though. He's either got to shave all his hair off or go get the hair plugs done. Because
my God, Trent, easy up on the guy.
Come on.
He has.
Come on, man.
He has.
Just shave it. Run
he's half white, half black, and he has fair hair.
Shave this.
What?
And just have the island. And just have the island.
So what is that? A small mountain in the middle of your forehead there? What is that?
Go to like 4. Go to like.
What is that? Are you snowshoeing through that with your dog? What's going on there?
Go full Red Foreman kind of thing. Like just the sides and the bald on top. Like come on, man.
It's amazing when people lose their hair. They always grow a beard and always complain about people that have hair.
Jaylen Brown last night. He struck again. He put his head into a guy's arm, and his black spray tan, a.k.a. Carlos Boozer, a.k.a. fucking Soul Glow, rubbed off on somebody's white t-shirt.
Oh, no.
Like,
that's so gross, man.
Come on, bro.
Like, seriously. Dude.
You just signed like a $300 million contract.
It was $175 million because he wanted to free up money to get more Villanova players.
Come on, do better. Like, come on.
Oh, God.
You're
hilarious, bro. So, hey, to finish up with the aforementioned Southeast, talk about the Hornets. Last year, we would mock the Hornets on a weekly basis.
Still mock the Hornets.
Well, I don't as much anymore because I'm a big fan with a few players they picked up.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch with LaMelo for maybe 45 games a year. But until he gets titanium placed in both of his ankles, I just don't think that's going to happen. Miles Bridges is very exciting. I love watching him. The big center they got, this big 7-footer, is leading the league in block shots right now. And by the way, block shots are hard to come by this season to start off with for some reason. And he's also leading the league in at almost 80% from the field. Now, he's now only taking 6 to 8 shots a game, but he's not missing anything. and he's fundamentally sound. And then you've got the ball, you got the Miles, and Miller's injured. When he comes back from yet his injury again,
And you got Knipple
and
there.
I was just going to say Knipple, he's actually a guy I've been threatening to pick up on occasion, and I might pick him up next week.
Can you pronounce the big guy's name?
Which one?
The guy you brought up that's leading the league in blocks.
Kalkener. Kalkenbach. Some cock of some kind, spelt with a K. That's all I know. But it doesn't matter. I honestly,
end on that note.
I picked him up on one of my teams because I have two centers that are injured, and anyone that can block shots and lead the league in field goal percentage is really helpful in fantasy basketball because he rebounds, he doesn't foul out, and when he goes up, he's so long. For a white dude, he actually has long arms. If you look at Kokkenacker, his arms, they're double the length as Hertenstein over in. Now he's a 7-footer, but his arms are like they're like chicken wings, like they're tiny. They're like Desmond Bain arms, right? And imagine having Desmond Bain arms on a 7-footer as opposed to a 6'5" guy.
Yeah.
Like at least Bain could go to the NFL and play wide end or something, right? Because he's got good hands. No, I know, but I mean, come on, man. And then the Heat, #1 offense in the league. They're not even running an offense. I don't know how that works out, especially with their coach who's so old school. But he probably just threw the book away, and his books are 300 pages. He's got hundreds of plays, and he just said, "Screw it, we're gonna run and gun. We're gonna run." He's gonna do a Dan Toney when Nash and Stoudemire with Phoenix, and I'm wearing my Nash thing, and I got my Nash jersey right behind, of course. And Iverson, of course, and the pistol that Trent gave me, because I'm surrounded by gunners. Some were better shooters than others. And the Heat's really playing well. Kel'el Ware, I think, is somebody they really need to give some more time to. I understand they just paid Jovic as well, and he's a good young player. But Kel'el Ware and Bam play really well together. Bam can go out and shoot the mid-range and shoot the three on occasion, and still be able to get the long rebounds. And the big man in low, I saw him playing against Wemby the other night, and Wemby's 7'5" and the longest arms in the NBA. He can dunk standing on the floor.
Right.
And watching Kel'el Ware match up with him, length, way they're built, and height was actually quite similar. It's one of the few players in the NBA. So, and he's a young kid, and I've never seen the guy swear at anyone. I've never seen him with attitude. He's got a nice fluid outside three. He gets blocks. He rebounds. I got him on 7 of my teams. He was available in the 7th, 8th, 9th rounds. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he's a power forward center designation. So getting back to fantasy, but with the Heat, they're just not quite there yet, but they're playing better than they did last year.
Yep.
And then the Magic, I don't even really have much to say. It's Franz and the Paulo show. Right, and everybody else is, but Bane's got to find a way to wake. And then to finish up with the Wizards, I will say that Kaishan and the big kid Sar in the center, and maybe Trey if he develops, and Cam Whitmore if he gets more minutes. They're still going to be terrible, but that's just the way it is. And that's Fantasy Basketball, episode 33. Week 3. All basketball from the Hoopjunkies, Pauly and Rowley.
The best thing Spoelstra ever did in the Miami Heat was he never rooted for anybody. I believe in true love, so I never rooted for a divorce. But Spoelstra got divorced, and then 2 days later signed that $300 million deal.
Holy shit, I forgot about that, eh?
Good job, bud. Really
Oh
smart.
My God. Talk about taking negative to a positive, eh?
Him and Pat Riley.
But I mean, she still gets 50% of that, bro. Come on.
But I thought I'd end on that. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's a good ending. But listen, great show, Trent. Nice to see you all bubbly and happy and everything.
Yeah.
I'm in Kelowna and I got new tenants moving in, and I got painting and cleaning and my mom, and we're talking about going to Vancouver in Christmas. I just don't know if I can do it. Got a new listing.
Watching this show cares. So
I'd rather be in the snow up here and hang out and especially with my new tenants moving in and my new listing. I don't really feel like being away for Christmas. I don't think it feels right. But anyways, in the meantime, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. Trent and I, it's our second season. All basketball from the Hoopjunkies, Pauly and Rowley. And this is week 3 of the NBA. We'll be doing about another 27 more episodes for the remainder of the season. And we're going to be following a very similar format. And if you enjoyed this content, it's free. Check out at the Canadian Bro Show. We have about 57 videos done and in the can and made in all Canadian from Pauly and Johnny, which is basically Canadian pop culture. And we just talk about Canadian stuff as much as possible. And then, of course, with Trent and I, we talk about all basketball for the Hoopjunkies, Pauly and Rowley. And this is episode 33, season 2. So very happy to be there. I'm also going to be interviewing, doing a series that I talked about briefly a little bit last year called the Professional Series. And it's going to be a series of interviews one-on-one with a lot of my ex-coaches and ex-players when I played professional basketball about 26 years ago. And a lot of them are going to be Canadian. I'm going to try to focus on the Canadian ones, the ones that want to come on the show anyways. And I got a few guys on the thing. But in the meantime, thanks again, Trent. Is there anything you want to say to everyone? Remind people on anything that's...
Good.
Before we go, I just want to say thank you for joining us. And it's been another great show. And we are going to be signing off. And I just want to say before we go, a reminder out there in this madness of this world, just be kind. Try to be friendly. Try to be patient with people. Try not to worry so much. Find yoga. Find meditation. Take care of your vessel. And take care of your family and friends. Very important. Most important, take care of yourself and be kind. It's free. Trent, excellent episode. We'll see you next week. We'll talk to you soon. Everybody take care. Peace, love, and happiness. What's that, bro?
Being kind is free, but being an asshole is free as well.
Well, exactly. That's why you need to be kind. Peace out.